Well, welcome ladies and gentlemen into Ardrossan. Today your commentators for the match is Jock Neumann, and with me is Chris Price. And of course you're watching the 2013 York Peninsula Reserves Grand Final between Kadina versus Paskeville. Chris, it should be a pretty good game today.
It should be a good game. These two sides have had very consistent games against each other the last 2 years. Last year's Grand Final participants as well, and a couple of good games throughout the year and the final.
Yeah, of course it's the big rematch from last year's Grand Final, and when the two teams did meet this year, it was Paskeville defeated Kadina at home at Paskeville, and then Kadina handed them back a defeat at Kadina. So, and of course Paskeville took the points in the final down there at Cougars. So here we go, it should be a good game. Looks like two opposing ruckmans out there as Franz and Big Prid.
Big Philip Pridham. Paskeville won the toss earlier, and Brendan Ramsey, captain of Paskeville, elected to kick to the silo end, we'll call it.
Yes, the southern end. And captains today, Stuart Roenfeldt for Kadina, and of course Brendan Ramsey for Paskeville.
It's a cracker of a day here at Ardrossan, Jock.
Yeah, it's about 20 degrees, and look, it's fantastic for the weather that we normally get at Ardrossan. They tell us it's going to be windy most of the time, C-Dub, but looks fantastic. Love to be out there.
Yeah, I must get on to Eddie Maguire and Bruce McAvaney tomorrow, the commentators union. I think our conditions and facilities here are a little bit lacking. I don't think Eddie would appreciate them.
Yeah, no, very ordinary. In fact, I don't know how we're going to get down that ladder later, but we're here now.
I don't know about you, but I've got a few real good mates. I reckon they're going to pinch that ladder while we're here, so we're in trouble, mate.
That wouldn't be your mate from Wallaroo, C-Dub, would it? And just to mention the coaches, Daniel Flowers for Kadina was a former Sandful player himself, yep, and a leading goal kicker, and Jamie Yates, last year's premiership captain, looking for back-to-back silverware, no doubt, at Paskeville. How long since the Paskeville boys have got a bit of a run on in the Bees prior to the last
It was in the 60s, and I was just looking that up. I'm not sure if it was 66, 67 or 67, 68. So back in the 60s we went up.
Yeah,
there was a back-to-back, so that's going back a long time.
And any inclusions out of the A-grade?
John O'Price has come in, and Ben Goodwin. Benny Goodwin's played 2 A-grade games for the year. He went up last week because of an injury. Jono played about half a dozen games, so it's a pretty regular B-grade side. And
John O'Price, number 33 down there in the pocket, or
yep,
on the flank up against Mark Toole. Bit of a height advantage for Jono.
Interesting matchup.
So umpire Fuss goes to take the first bounce for the day. And up it goes, fair throw, tapped forward by Franz. Neumann collects, and he looks like he's survived the tackle there, and the ball goes down to the ground. Umpire Fuss says, I'll have that. So Kadina pushing forward early. Big boys go at it again. Ramsey comes through.
Looks like in this early stage the umpire is going to let it go a little bit. Oh no,
there's a hold the ball
he's pulled a hold in the ball.
Goes Ryan Sacker, number 2, kicks to the ocean side, gets clear, and goes forward again in the way, right up there, Rosewarne in front of Welch. Ball gets knocked down,
receive a free.
And he's received a free for that one.
He'll look to come this side, I would think. No, he's going to go down the far outer wing. Kick to the wing area. Franz is the target and marked it comfortably. Plays on quickly, couple of handballs. Kick short to Sid Roenfeldt, marked in the middle. He's put it deep to the pocket. Oh, there's a push there, but play on. Kadina have got the run at the back. But David Koff's mopping up. Overrun it slightly, and it'll be a ball up shortly.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's a couple of good moves there from Kadina, pushing forward, and solid mark by Rosewarne back there on Welch, which I think will be a really good match-up today, Welch and Rosewarne.
Yeah, and Leet tends to, all his careers, like to play from behind with his leap. So if Tom's got to play him in front. If Tom plays him in front, he might be able to hold him.
And no doubt we'll see Wilchie take part in some rucking throughout the day as well.
Yeah, he'll Phil Pridham, I think, will do the grunt work against Big Franzy early, and we've also got Jesse Pomeroy to do a bit, and Wilchie will come in a bit later. So be interesting. I'm not sure who Kadina have got to go with. Franz, Jock, if they've got another ruckman.
Yes, we have in young Cade. Cade's one of those jumping type ruckmans that'll jump all day and jump high, so he will relieve Franzy at some stage.
It's been a free pulled out of here. I didn't actually see what for. It was just looked like a scrimmage and going to be a ball up, but there's a free been pulled out. captain Sid to put Kadina's first score on the board.
And looks good off the boot.
That's the goal.
And that's the first major today for the Kadina boys.
Yes, Kadina draw first blood. There wouldn't be anything in the wind, do you think, Jock?
No, I don't think so, Dub. I reckon it looks as if it's dropping out at this stage.
Yeah.
There's certainly no advantage with the wind at all. So that was a great start for Kadina. It was a lovely big kick from the captain to put the first score on the board.
Yeah, and they brought that from defence, like with that mark we were talking about from Tom Rosewarne before, and transferred it right down the ground, resulted in a goal to Kadina.
So Franz taps forward again, ball spills, picks up now, Secker looking to move it on. Angus Shield, in fact, takes the ball, and Desi Fuss says, I'll have that. So up it goes again. And Franz again dominating in the ruck early days, but looks like there's an infringement for hanging on, and he is just reminding him of the rule book by the looks there.
Oh, Richard James was put out in front of him. He slipped over, got the handball out, but Kadina will mop up. But Paskeville got this covered in the middle of the ground. Ryan Secker's taken it. Not the greatest of kicks, Ryan, but that is a good one.
Well, nothing wrong with that one,
that is a good one. To Jono Price, but he's out number 2-1. And Kadina are working hard. Pressure being
through
applied.
York, finds the boundary now.
Yeah, he does. Page is out there and he's been forced over.
And of course that's young Brodie Page, the runner-up male medalist, of course runner-up to Lauren Franz this year in the B grade. So he's had a great year, Brodie Page.
Yeah, he has. Brodie has. Quite a second half of the year, but he's had a very good year. That second half included
Moved forward by Williams and kicked through Boothey now, and top solid mark by Nathan Wuttke over the top of the pack. Measures up his the next move, kicks long, looks for Costello, punched. Kicked off the ground by Gunning, moved forward, mopped up by Miller. Miller now spills aboard.
Slow Jack West, that's caught. Oh, he got away with that.
He has got away with that.
Yeah.
Second now, hand passes wide, the clubhouse side, bounced by Ramsey, now looking to set something up forward. Looks for his target, finds Rosewarne. Again, Tom Rosewarne, solid position. Comes out this side again to the clubhouse, and that's Tom Shield marks that. He's got movement up forward.
Yeah, Paskeville's burnt the ball going forward the last couple of times. Kadina are using the ball very well, and then a bit of strife now, but they get it. No, they don't get away with it.
No, Nick
Kick
Perry
chopped off by
marks.
Nick Perry. He's got Jono Price, puts it to him, but Leighton Wilsh over the back. Spores, knocks it to the ground for Paskeville. He's got runners in support, but the handball was poor, and Kadina will hold this up and result in a ball up at centre half forward for Paskeville.
Yeah, Jesse Kerno was a player there that took that ball to ground.
Yeah, you'll have to help me with the Kadina boys, Jock. I'm not
no
all
worries,
that familiar with all of them. I'll pick it up as we go, I'd imagine. Franz, a big tap out again. He hasn't lost a tap in the ruck yet.
No.
Not clear though. No, it's a scrimmage, and they're going to be a free. Yes, Desi's pulled one out. Looks like it's going to Paskeville. High tackle, I'm imagining in there. It's young Brodie Page, I think, getting up. Yes, it is. That's not beyond him. It's not. No, he's going to go short. He's got Nick Perry out in the lead. Turned him around.
Solidly met. Franz charged in there and had eyes for the ball only, but he did his presence out there. The size of him is quite handy. Passes wide now, finds Neumann. Neumann measures the kick, decides to go short through the centre corridor, and he finds Nathan Wuttke, who does the same thing. They're keeping it through the corridor here. Costello marks, good solid mark. Pressure's on. Kicks long into the forward lines to find Miller. Miller and West go at it. Comes through by Shield. Shield kicks, but it's under pressure, and Costello now. Costello pushed in the back. Ball goes to ground. And Andrew Mills said, it's my ball, boys, and we'll throw it up. So inside the Kadina, or just on the Kadina 50.
Yeah, the tap comes out. Paskeville did win a tap there to Brett Garrick, but ball's been forced over the boundary. I think Kadina are playing the better at the minute, John.
I think
using
so
the ball
too.
a bit
I
better.
think they're looking better. I think they've probably settled a bit earlier first. I don't know whether that's the underdog status that does that to you and makes you relax a little bit. Or
I think it probably does. You've got nothing to lose if you're the underdog.
Yeah.
And you can just go and play.
So Kerno, one hand comes out from second, wraps the player up, and that was well done by
both
Secker.
players actually.
He just lurched out there and grabbed him, and has forced the ball up. Franz again, Williams goes bang. Neumann looks to take. gets the ball.
Sold a couple of dummies there, Jock.
Yeah, left and right, and found his player that he was after, and
Yeah,
that,
very well
of course,
done.
is young Michael Plum.
He'd have done that. He'd have done that to you in the backyard plenty of times.
Plenty of times, mate. CW, yeah, did it to me a lot. Yep. So young Plummy's
They
come up
tell
out
me
of the
you
senior
collected
course.
him going in for tea, though.
Yeah, I would. I'd always get the first feed. I was like the biggest pig at the trough there. And,
That's a good-looking kick.
Yeah, kicks towards goal.
Just fading.
And there's a mark, solid mark in the goal square. Is it paid?
Oh, no, it's not.
I don't think it is. To me, it looked like he had plenty of purchase on that.
Yeah, it looked like it from
here.
here.
And that was Mitchell Miller, but obviously not. Right in the goal square there of Kadina. And there's plenty of hands on it, and it's been forced through. Jack West takes it across the line.
David Coff will do the kicking in duties. Where's he looking? He's looking at this stage towards the clubhouse side. No, changes his mind. No, it goes short into the pocket on the clubhouse side to Benny Goodwin. He's played on, but he hasn't got much to kick to. David Hall has made space on the wing, drops the mark. Gets space with a shepherd from Ben Lehman, gets an ordinary kick
ordinary
forward.
kick, that one.
Oh, Nick Perry's done it well, handball on.
Oh, well done.
Off Lehman, short to Jamin, it's over his head. He's got, turn him around, got space, but the ball's going to beat him out of bounds.
Well, he's one of the smartest forwards I've played against in my time, C-Dub, Richard James up there, and he's got a pretty good matchup on him in young Yorkie. Of course, one of the teachers from the Kadina High School, so a bit of experience in Richard James and a bit of pace with Yorkie on him.
Yeah, he may not be able to turn him around like he likes to do, like lead under the ball, turn around and run back to goal. Bit of a scrimmage here on the half-forward flank, there'll be a ball up. Yeah, James' experience will be interesting, but the young lad's right with him at the moment every time he's gone to the ball.
Yeah, well, he's damaging. He could be one of those players that does set it up for Paskeville. Goes forward by Kerno, and he finds his good mate in Jamie McDowell, who's been held up by Ramsey. Pushed through to the centre corridor and found Williams. And he just didn't quite get that run on with that one.
No, they looked on. But
Neumann goes up, gets knocked forward, wiggles, pushed. Met solidly by Kerno, picked up, and he's found the boundary, but unfortunately he's kicked it out of bounds on the fall.
Yeah.
And that'll be brought in by Ashley Pridham.
Yeah, Paskeville just made an interchange. Michael Wolford on for Ryan Secker. Ash Pridham's looking, he's going to square it across the ground to Jesse Pomeroy. They haven't got anything to go to the other side though, they've all been covered. They'll might have to go short. Jack West has made space short. Jesse's going to go longer to the middle of the ground. Oh, there's a push there, but it's come over the back. Kadina have got all the numbers here.
Poole goes to Toole, he's held, and looks like an infringement's paid there in the way of Kadina. And of course, it goes to number 44, Mark Toole. Had a pretty good career, pretty good year, I'd saying, and a good career.
Picked up another high tackle. He gets a lot of high tackles, little Toole, doesn't he?
He does, he sure does, see that.
And Kadina here moving into the centre.
Met solidly and pushed right into the ground by big Philip Pridham. He's a whopping lad, young Phil, isn't he? He's got a good size about him.
He has, and he probably did that reasonably well. He could have easily pushed him in the back, but he just went to the side of him, didn't he?
No, very good.
Didn't fall on him. It's a bit scrambly at the minute. It's going to be held up again from the Kadina half-forward line. Score at the minute, it's Kadina 1-1. Paskeville yet to score. Ash put him over the top. Yeah, good spoil. Series of handballs of Paskeville. Haven't really freed them up yet. They may be now. Now they're out. Should be out. Michael Wolford's got it. On to Ash Pridham. Ash has chipped it, but our forwards are playing behind. Kadina have got all the answers as Paskeville go forward. And Toole going back, yeah.
Finds Franz. He sets his player up in the middle. Now he looks to go inward. Who's he got now? He's got McDowell. He's got the ball in front of him now. It's on the run. He is tackled and met solidly there by Brett Gerke, who of course is the vice captain for the Paskeville boys, and a very good defender.
Yeah, he's had a year mostly in A grade too. Brett, he's played a lot of A grade footy this year, it's going to be a ball up.
He's met again.
Secondary ball up in the same position. Who have we got contesting? Jesse Pomeroy is contesting for Paskeville. Pagey's been pushed off the ball. He's back onto it, but it'll be another ball up. It's looking a bit like a B-grade game at the minute.
Yes, it is starting to turn out that way. So it's just outside the forward 50 of Kadina. Goes up. Wuttke takes the tap this time. Williams looks to collect. Pushed out of it. Newman now picks and kicks into the forward line. Miller's going to meet it, and
Yeah,
solidly
good
met.
mark,
Great
good
mark,
mark.
Mitchell Miller, and that was great play. That's how it's done, C-Dub, isn't it?
Yeah.
You take your ball up and you get the move it on, and what's happened up there?
Oh, been a 50 given away.
Oh,
Reaction.
no, 50. Gone there against, who's your number 18?
Jack West. Yeah.
It looks like he's pushed him off the ball a bit there.
Yeah, that was the retaliation. The Kadina lad did it very well.
And that was against Scott Gunning there. So
Yeah,
into the 50, and there we go. That takes the scores now to 2-1. Kadina's way, and Paskeville yet to score.
Yeah, Scooter did that very cleverly. Just sucked him in after taking the mark, had a word to him, give him a shove. Jack shoved him back, and Scooter milked it for all it's worth and got a 50 for his team. But that's clever footy.
It is clever footy. I don't think Coach Yates would be too impressed with that, but the runner hasn't gone out to make mention of anything to Jack. He's probably sitting up there right now thinking, geez, I did the wrong thing there, and I'll get over that.
9 times out of 10, you know yourself, don't you? You don't always need the runner to tell you.
That's right.
But yeah, 2-1 Kadina to Paskeville, no score. Very good start for Kadina at this stage. I'd be looking to change the ruck setup just at the minute for Paskeville if it was me coaching. Franz has been dominant at this
he
stage.
has, mate. He's certainly got plenty of tap outs now, and he's got his players around him. And again, he goes forward through Boothey, takes it and kicks, moving it forward. Poole sits underneath it but can't collect. Gunning finds it, kicks forward. Miller now on the run. West takes the ball, kicks it over the line, and it's going to be a throw in right in deep in the Kadina pocket there.
Yeah, so the throw in will come. 15 yards around from the Kadina goal. Jesse Pomeroy sets himself with Wuttke, a kick out of the pack.
Neumann kicks forward. West and
Prudham got a handball to Hall, but they're under
now.
pressure. Paskeville under pressure.
Poole.
Yeah, a series of handballs that haven't gone anywhere. Kadina was still
Gone
putting
through them all. Ramsey
great pressure
now
on.
takes control and goes straight to the boundary. He's got his player in Hall there. He pushes forward now through hands,
It's out of bounds.
it did go out of bounds, and a chance now to regroup for the Paskeville boys.
Here comes the change, I reckon. Leighton Wilsh is coming up the ground. He's not going to contest this throw in, but he's right there. Yes, he is going to contest it.
Yeah, so it's 2 onto the 1 there, and it was against Nathan Wuttke. Neumann takes the ball. It's on the ground, and looks like it'll be another throw in inside the Kadina 50. Wilch now taps forward straight away. Brilliant tap. Finds Hall. Can he collect? No, he can't.
Good one out of the pack, but it's all Kadina here still.
Oh, Roenfeldt picks up. He says, I want the ball, and he puts his head over it and took it.
Paskeville.
And here comes Franz, and powerful bump there, met in, taken out number 17, and it was fair from what I saw.
Just ran through him.
And you need to do that. You need some presence.
It's a grand final. It's a grand final.
The time's come, and poor old Nick Perry was on the end of that one. And Nick, he's a bit wonky.
Yeah, he just got one cheap shot from.
It was
Sid
a cheap shot.
past.
It probably wasn't called for that one, but like you said, grand final. Nick's a big boy himself, so he's picked himself up. And away he goes. Here comes Wilch now.
Yeah, but he didn't get there. It was a good mark.
Too slow. Shield pushes forward now.
There should be a mark to Prudham. Oh, he makes.
Prudham hits his foot and scuffles forward. Plenty of players going at it. There's desperation all over the place. Paskeville now, and accidentally, I think he went out of bounds. I don't think there was a deliberate decision there. But,
no. Perry's coming off after that hit, just to have a spell.
Yeah, he probably is just going to clear the nostrils a little bit now and regroup a bit.
So the bump isn't quite dead yet, Jock.
No, and that's good to see that it's still out here. We have been getting a bit carried away in the AFL with that bump.
Yeah. It's an art that it's also not taught anymore. And kids coming through don't know how to bump, don't know how to take a bump either. The bump was there. Nick was very open in that bump. Didn't protect himself at all. Paskeville got a break now with Prudham to Lehman. Lehman has a look forward, kicks long to James, but it's not going to get there. Great mark,
Rosewarne. I'll tell you what, he's been worth his weight in gold down there today, Tom Rosewarne. It's another great mark and kicks wide. Finds Shield. Shield takes the mark. Now he looks to measure up and go short. Who's he found?
He has played on. He sold the pup there, but it didn't quite work.
That's collected by Paskeville. So good intercept there by Clark.
Yeah. But he's got nothing to kick to. Look here, there's not. Kadina have bottled this up very, very well. They've restricted Paskeville going forward, but Tom Buzzy's got out in his own wide, very, very wide, under the light tower at Ardrossan.
Doesn't waste any time going forward, and he finds Rosewarne. There was a push against Price. He wouldn't be very happy with that one at all. So Rosewarne again takes the kick.
Comes the clubhouse side. Got a couple of options. Oh, there's a free.
Another little push, yes, it was picked up.
Little grab of the jumper.
Back there.
Yeah, little grab of the jumper. Michael Wolford grabs Sid's jumper.
So Roenfeldt settles the game down a little bit. Back through the centre. Does get a bit of penetration on that kick, but it's marked. No, spills forward. Poole goes at it, and he's going to hold it in there. Comes out. Neumann takes it. Push forward. Gets a little kick on it, but now picked up by Paskey.
Didn't take it. Didn't put the body
Shield. One over the shoulder, and he's found Pridham there. Picked him out beautifully. C-Dub.
Yeah, Ash has played that roll, kick behind very well. Comes wide to Garricky now. We've got Paskey got a bit of a break. Page on the wing. Shepherd by Hall. Kick forward. Not a great kick to Wolford, but he's there.
And right in front
he sat it right up. But Rummer's going to get there in front of
After that last incident, you wouldn't want to be caught under the ball with big Lauren Franz running straight at you. And there's a few fiery words being fired across to each other there at the moment between the opposing captains.
Yeah, a bit of advice. John O'Price gets through. Quick handball to Lehman. Lehman on the left, but Kadina will mop this up again in Rosewarne. Sitting back, he's looked towards the middle, short, and we'll find
Boothey. Jake Boothey takes it right there on the Paskey 50.
He's got another player short in the middle, but goes longer.
Does go long now, pushes it forward to Gunning, looking to get that grab. He takes
good
the
handball. Yeah, and we'll free the free.
And he gets a free kick.
Oh, play on.
And there's play on it is. Up to Miller now, he goes bang. He gets a one touch at it, but not quite enough. Spills back now, West taking control. Pridham into it. They're into everything now. It's been kicked out. Loose. Founds Paskeville in the way of the big Jesse Pomeroy.
Didn't really look, but got some distance on the kick and a punch forward. Gets the ball to the far wing.
Lehman takes it down.
On to Cotts. Cotts has got Tommy Buzzy coming out.
Yeah, and that's
better use of the footy.
Paskey's first look at now setting themselves up.
Yeah, honey.
And that looked pretty good the way that rolled out.
Best use of the footy for the quarter. Well, the only use of the footy.
Oh, there you go, right on the siren.
Tom Buzzy to have a shot from 45 out, right on the siren. He hasn't got the distance, so
didn't look.
Quarter finishes 2-1 Kadina. Paskeville no score. Great quarter Kadina.
Well, pretty happy at this stage.
Kadina would be very happy with that quarter.
Side. Yep. Again, it was 2 goals 1 is the score, and Paskey yet to score, but they did show signs in that last. Passage of play right through the middle, and Buzzenshaw having the kick on goal. Unfortunately, the kick came off the side of the boot and was ran out of bounds, but.
Yeah, that was by far the best use of the ball by Paskey for the quarter, and that's probably been our strength, Paskey's strength the last 2 years in their B grade has been their ball use. It's far better than most other B grade teams, but today it's not good at all.
Yeah, I just think Kadina looked to be getting it out clearly through Franz into that centre tap, and Tom Rosewarne to me stands out as someone for Kadina that's really setting the game up from the back lines. Yeah,
well, especially late when Wiltsch come onto the ball, and Phil Pridham was trying to play a defensive ruck role for us, I think, and that left Tom free. He took about 3 marks on his own, didn't he? There,
yes, he did, yeah.
Late in the quarter, so that helped him, but he'd played well up until then as well. Paskey, I think, looks like the way they're setting up, and as the crowd are getting off the oval, Wiltsch will start in ruck.
Yeah, so the move that you called that seat up, and I think you're right there. I think this is where they need Wiltsch's athleticism and his spring in his step to try and get over the top of Franz.
Yeah, and it looks like Benny Goodwin's gone into the middle off a wing. Brody Page out to a wing. See anything from Kadina there, Jock?
I just see, it looks like Ramsey, who I think may have been close to Roenfeldt at the early, is just picking up Williams' head. Not a big surprise, but it's about the only change that I can see. It looks as if Kadina's come out as pretty much as they started.
Yeah, looks like it. Here we go again, the start of the second quarter. Desi Puss puts it up. Tap by Wills,
but Bain kicks clear now, goes forward into the Kadina side. Roenfeldt goes at it now, looks to take it over the boundary, and goes out of bounds on the Ardrossan clubhouse side.
And Breeze, as we're sitting up here in this magnificent commentary position, he's coming straight at us, Jock. It's not favouring any end, is it?
No, I don't think it is, C-Dub. In fact, it looks to be a pretty good effort. Poole goes forward now, finds Gunning, and there he is. He's probably 35 metres out of goal, and this will suit Scott Gunning.
Yeah, he can just drift it on the left, just slightly to the left post, and let the wind just fall back on it.
Yeah, very much a confidence player, Gunning. Beautiful kick on him and a mark. So here he goes, marches in. Big left foot goes bang,
That's
looks
coming
good
back,
off the
that's
boot.
coming back.
And
That's it.
just snuck through, and that's, of course, goal now for Kadina. It takes him to 3-goal-1, and Paskeville's still yet to score. So Scott Gunning played most of the year in the A grade this year, and unfortunately through selection process found himself in the Bs today. So not a bad combination there for Kadina in Miller and Gunning in the forward lines, and Costello to mop up.
No, good combination, and Ash Pridham's got Gunning, and Ash has had a very, very good season. Ball up again in the middle, or line ball that one, Franz.
Oh, good shepherd, that's the sort of stuff you see. Don't see out in the field, but you see it off.
Yeah. It'll be held up.
And
the ball
what
up.
we call a chop out, I guess, is known now in the footy terminology. Ruckman go at it again, goes forward by Franz, but found by Page now. Looks, gets clear, kicks long.
He's got
good
Jono
kick.
Price wide, put
good
out in
mark
front of
by
him.
Price, pushes the player back
First real
to
touch,
say.
he's got Goodwin in the middle, centre half forward,
another
found
good
him.
passage. So Paskey now looking to go forward.
And
via young
they've
Ben
got
Goodwin.
Jamin, he's been pushed off the ball, didn't mark it. Kadina will mop up and clear. No pressure now applied by Paskeville. Will create a ball up, I think, at centre half forward.
And it was a good tackle there by your number 32, and I think that is Tom Buzzy.
Tom Buzzy, yeah.
Completed that tackle, and Tom might give Kadina a few pains up there, I think.
I think that's high. Kadina will receive the free kick.
Certainly what Mr Mills thinks.
Yeah.
Through Poole now.
Poole.
He's weighing his options up. Looks like he goes to Seawood side.
Like his father, he ran onto his left leg and kicked it.
Yes, and Wuttke, good solid mark. Great mark by Wuttke out there.
Don't know
on the
much
wing.
about this bloke, Jock. Where's he?
Nathan Wuttke came to us via the National Bank in town. He wasn't really keen on playing footy. In fact, he actually played a bit of footy down at the Cougars as an outside player a few years ago.
Yes.
So Shield now looks to go forward, kicks short, and finds Costello just in between the two players there.
There's on over here.
Yeah, he's got space, he's got Gunning all on his own, and he wraps that up. Pridham's too late to get to the contest, and that's 50. There was a bit of a bang on the shoulder, C-Dub. It didn't look a lot to me, but the umpire, Mr Fuss, thinks yes it was, and takes him down for a shot at goal.
Yeah, which will be a certain goal, then
That is a certain goal, and I think young Pridham would be disappointed with that. He didn't do anything wrong in my opinion. I think he got as fast to the contest as he could, threw his arm up there, and depends what the umpire sees on the day, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's always a bit of a hard call of 50. Yeah, you've got to put a bit of pressure on the mark. You'll take the 50 if it's yours, which gives Kadina 4-1 to Paskeville. Haven't scored.
So certainly not the result that we were expecting, C-Dub.
No, certainly looking like a boil over. Interesting to watch this throw up with Franz's ruck positioning right on the line, and he'll come in and take Wilshire's run. We'll just watch this with interest. He'll block him.
I would probably think
Franz the line,
is working on the fact that he less energy to run in from that further little bit of distance out there. And Second missed the kick there. It was a bit of an airy.
An airy on the handball. Didn't have the ball. It's not going to come out, I don't think, at this stage.
It's locked in. Players are desperate for that ball.
Throw up on the wing, clubroom side. Wilch with the tap to no one in particular.
Oh, he gets a nice solid bump there by Clark, probably the smallest player on the ground for Paskeville.
Second through to Clark. Clark handball on again to Nick Perry, who's come back on. Will need to be evasive, not quite. Gets the ball forward. There's going to be another B-grade ball up, I'd suggest, Jock.
Yeah, a lot of ball ups, mate. They should be pretty good at throwing this ball up by the end of the day. But
that's the pressure that Kadina's applying. That's creating that.
Yeah,
not allowing Paskey any free use forward. Jono Price and Franz with Jono getting the tap again to no one in particular. And there'll be a free to Kadina for a sling after the ball was handballed.
So Price hadn't probably had the best start coming out of the A-grade C-Dub. He's probably given away 2 frees today. He did take a nice mark there, but we're looking to get a bit more out of young Jono.
Yeah, but I think to do that we've got to be a lot better with our ball use.
Oh, he's gone high again, and looks to be giving away a few frees. There's probably had a bit of frustration at the moment.
Yeah, it wasn't a great kick coming in, but it didn't carry the distance that perhaps he's been used to receiving in the A-grade.
Kearney kicks long, goes high. Every player misses the ball. Mopped up there by Big Gurkey. Ramsey penetrates for a beautiful kick.
James, but James is outnumbered 4-1. And Kadina should clear this, but no.
Oh, Price has it go over the shoulder. This could be the one we're looking for. And unfortunately,
that's a goal, I think.
That's a goal.
Yeah,
well done. And here we go. This is what we see. Jono Price now grabbed the ball, kicked it over his shoulder and put it through to put Paskey's first score on the board. I think the boys will be relieved now that they've got that first score.
That might relieve a bit of the tension. It was a good goal in the end, a good snap from Jono, but it wasn't crafted all that well, was it? It was a pretty messy build-up.
Yeah, it's good to see that for Jono. It'll give him a great deal of confidence now going forward. Prior passage of that probably wasn't one of his greatest, but great result from Jono Price. So tussling here on the wing, Glasbrook.
And Brandon Hill. Wilch with the big tap again, but they're not quite reading it at Paskey boys. Comes wide to Secker if he can release a handball.
He gets through, he does.
And a very good kick, very good
style,
kick.
But goes forward. Franz is in the front. Ball falls out.
Oh, he's been legged, but he's got the ball out.
And Neumann takes the ball in there.
Pressure again from Kadina. Very good pressure again from Kadina.
Plenty of bodies at the ball. Good desperation from both sides. And Wilt's just sitting that kick back now, C-Dub.
Yeah, this kick out of a pack from Kadina is going to be out on the full.
And he does play that position well.
Yeah. Oh, well, Nick Perry with the free from the boundary line would need to centre it, I would think. Got Jamer leading, so he's out of the contest. Nick's going to go long to the square. Wilch sets himself in front but didn't mark it, come to ground. Oh, a Paskey player there, tackled without it, I thought, but...
that's what you need from Wilch, and he worked himself into that passage of play really well, and that's what he's good at, is renowned for taking those big marks and setting those leads up, and I think that's what Paskey need now.
Yeah. Ball's come out. If Nick Perry can get a handle on it, he can, but the handball's chopped off.
Straight to Roenfeldt, who goes to the wing on the Ardrossan side, Gunning's front position. He looks to take it. He'll probably run it over the boundary. It's just kept in play, and ball falls out, and it's going to get thrown in right in front of the central commentary position, C-Dub. It's a low throw. Secker gets that and pushes forward, pulls after it. Gerke's the first to meet it though, and there's a knee in the back. Is he going to pay it? Yes, he has, and Gerke did well there. Head over the ball.
Just got his body in front at first,
yes,
didn't
he did. He did a great job. And finds, is that Buzzing shot?
Yeah, Tom Buzzy goes short to Jesse Pomeroy, who's running backwards and could be in strife.
Oh, he's in strife, and he's met by Boothey. The big fella is taken the ground, and
kick really needed to find him on the full for a mark, didn't it?
He's a big target.
Yeah, he had to stop. The kick didn't get there, which made it hard.
So Franz pushes forward again with that style he's owned now. Again, another ball up. Boothey and Koff looking to exchange a few words. Nothing in it. The ball goes through Fuss. Franz finds, goes forward. Secker's first to it. Pushes wide. Players tussling now. Angus looks to go. Shepherd on from Boothey. Roenfeldt at it first, onto the ground. It's all over the place. It looks like it'll get held up there. Very desperate for it.
Yeah, both sides there for about a minute contesting that ball. And contesting it well. There wasn't a free in there given away by either side, so that was well done.
Oh, Wilt's great tap. He's leaped high on that one, pushed forward. Clark gets the ball. Roenfeldt attempts to pick it up. Holds it now, finds it, gets it out. That's a good start. Costello goes in, meets tight. Boothey now looks to hand pass, but too slow, and he's caught holding the ball. They tell us when we're playing footy to give that first give C-Dub, and he certainly didn't do that. He hesitated, and he's been caught for that.
And a good mark.
Here we go. Jono Price now takes a mark, goes forward, looking for Jamer. He's missed him. A good contest there.
Very good contest. Ball's put. Oh no, Kadina have it now. Oh, this is good contest down here. Number of tackles by Paskeville and Kadina.
Toole's there, can't collect. Clark goes to the boundary. Rosewarne in pursuit, knocked off the ball by Wilch. Solid bump, and that's what Wilch needs to do, is put some of his presence out there.
Yeah, he tried to give Joshy Clark a bit of protection there, but Josh couldn't quite beat the other Kadina player, so the ball up on
Wilch at it again.
I think Wilch is getting his hand to it.
They've swapped over now, C-Dub.
But we're not, our on-ballers are not picking up that he hits it about 3 yards wider than Phil Pridham.
Yeah.
And we're a bit close to him, I think, at the minute. And that's over the back, but Wilch
again over Angus. Angus is not quite hitting the ball. He can leap, but he's probably got a fair match up there in Wilch.
Yeah. And I think probably what Kadina will do by the look of it now, if Wilch is on the ball, they'll drop Franz forward, which they have, and let the younger leaping guy work with Welsh.
Yeah, I think that would be a good move. Breeze
there's
also picking up here at
Yeah,
Ardrossan. We're probably halfway through the second quarter, and just noted now, and it's probably, if anything, favouring the Kadina end.
Slightly, it's coming across the ground from the seaside, obviously, and directly from the gate to the clubhouse, you'd say, as you come in the gate to the clubhouse. So Benny Goodwin has a shot for goal now, and he's going to be kicking straight into that breeze, Jock. Don't think he can make the distance.
Yeah, looks good off the boot.
Kick.
Maybe not enough distance, as you said, but look good. No score. Gets kicked out by Rosewarne again. Solid defender. Finds Boothey.
Put the ball out in front of his teammate there and gave him every opportunity to mark it, didn't he?
Well, it was a good passage.
He's got Gunning short if he wants to, free on the wing here, but just being held up for the minute for some reason.
Some interchange now. We see young Jakey Earle coming on for his first look at it, and here he goes, his first contest, but didn't quite get there, but he's at the back now. He's going to get first hand on the ball, and there's nearly a touch for young Jake. Jake Boothey, it's two good tackles now I've seen from him today, and he's certainly got some pace about him, and he was just the quicker opponent on that occasion. Jake Earle now goes, he's going to get a shot at goal, his first kick for the day, and he finds out that Parksy player beautifully.
Tom Buzzy.
Tom Buzzy didn't get the best kick off the boot. Gunning misses. Cox goes in.
Well done, David.
Right into Kadina's 50. Newman goes at it with Costello, gets the ball. Williams now takes, snaps at goal. Paskey at the back there in the ever-reliable Jack West, who sees the ball go out of bounds. And now we look for a throw-in.
Dangerous position here, Kadina at this throw-in.
Still in the 50. Wuttke takes the ball, goes to ground, spills out. Williams on top of it now, and umpire says, I'll have it, boys. Throw it up, and we'll see what we can sort out from here.
There's his right arm will be getting sore already, I reckon, Jock.
Yeah, he's certainly a lot of ball ups.
Yeah, and looks like there could be another one here the way this play's shaping up.
Yeah,
yes.
So that's what happens, isn't it? They're both sides are very desperate to get it, and you just got to find whoever can get that foot or a hand to that ball and move it out of the contest. Wuttke goes up.
Here's a go.
Newman snaps from 40. Takes the ball out and looks like it's out of bounds.
No, he got a point.
He got a point.
He got a point.
Well, once upon a time, Dad would give us $1 for every goal we got, but I don't know if he'll get much for that today.
Oh, well, it might be the point that wins the game, yeah. Page has received the kick in and kicks to Clark. Only got as far as the back flank on with two kicks. This kicks a little bit longer to the wing. Ramsey in position.
Newman punch
great
forward.
Spoil.
And takes the ball with him. He says, I want that. And he looks to go inboard to Wuttke. Wuttke, of course, key target up there at centre half forward. Ball spills out. Paskey collect. They kick forward now, and it's intercepted by Franz, who's taken over the boundary and tackled to the ground. Who was the tackler on that occasion?
Ryan Secker, I reckon.
Yeah, Ryan. Really strong enough. Oh,
nearly
big
a great
leap.
mark. Nearly a great mark.
That would have probably won our mark of the day, I reckon, C-Dub.
Easily.
Welch takes the ball in the centre of the ground and kicks forward. He doesn't waste any time. Looks up for Price, gets a punch. It's spoilt by Kerno. Ball goes forward now. York cleans up, looks to go forward through Rosewarne.
Got numbers, Kadina got numbers back, and they've gone wide to Franz.
And Franz takes that.
He'll come back into the middle.
Wing, through the middle, through Williams. And I tell you, C-Dub, I've been involved.
That's a bit soft.
That is bloody soft. Very soft, but you're not allowed to do it in the eyes of the umpire. But what I was about to say is they do tend to move that ball through the centre of the ground, Kadina. It's through Glenn Williams. And on this occasion it's going to work. And although he's not a penetrating kick.
They nearly worked that, Kadina. Gunning was standing alongside of him running to the mark where it was going to be and would have received the handball, but Paskeville woke up.
He does pass off and finds Jake Earle. He's loose. Why would he be loose? And that's a silly tackle. There's no need for that. It was probably lucky to get away with the 50 on that occasion. That's by the veteran defender in David Koff. But
he's not paying the mark.
Well, what's happened? He's got a blood rule. So there's a blood rule on Mitch Miller. And why wouldn't the mark be paid on that occasion unless it was touched?
Unless it was touched off the boot before, but I thought that was a great mark.
Well, it looked to me it was a terrific mark there.
Perhaps that's why the tackle. There must have been a call out there.
Yeah, well, probably was there. We probably in that case it was a bloody good tackle.
Yeah.
So Miller coming off, and looks that Poole runs onto the ground now and replaces Mitch Miller.
So yes, must have been touched somewhere.
Yeah, must have been touched.
Ball up, 10 yards out from Kadina's goal. Ball on the ground again. Tom Buzzy tackled strongly by a Kadina player there. Can't see getting up. That's Miller, is it? Number 5.
Yeah, no, Jamie McDowell, and I was about to say Lauren Franz and Wilt sitting back there across the, just outside the 50.
Here's a free to Kadina. Toole with a high.
Oh, there he goes. Again. You've called that early today. He does get the high tackles.
Yep.
And his jockey-like stance, he goes back. It's not out of reach for Toole.
No, he should kick that. He's what?
I'll tell you what,
30.
he'll enjoy it. He's played back pocket for most of his career, and to go forward and get a shot at goal is a big occasion for Mark Toole.
30 out here. If he puts it towards the left post, it'll just
looks okay.
Yes,
and I reckon that's through. Toole's got himself a goal, and I reckon that'd be his first goal for the year. And well done to Mark Toole.
Not a bad time to get it.
Yeah, very good time. It's a good settler now for Kadina, and it takes the scores to 5-2 to 1 goal.
In a B-grade game, you'd just about say that's nearly enough, but probably in a
well,
final.
I don't think Paskeville's cranked up yet. I reckon at half-time they're going to get an absolute roast from Coach Yates, and I reckon Paskeville will come out swinging after that.
Well, they haven't really given too much at this stage.
Not yet, no. Wilch, hand in the back of Franz. Ball comes out through Page, but it's tapped forward by Ramsey, spills onto the ground, and it's going to go through to Desi Fuss again.
That's where again Kadina's pressure, their tackling, their harassing has been exceptional today. Hasn't allowed any of the Paskeville boys to get free.
It was certainly mentioned, happened to slip into the change rooms there prior to the game, and tackling was big on the agenda. Toole grabs Page now, finds space, gets his kick away. Poole takes it to the ground, and he's caught up there by your player 35, Brandon Hill.
Quick throw up from Desi Fuss. The ruckman just get there. Cox gets a quick kick to centre half forward, where John O'Price goes up. It's balled by the Kadina opponent. Picks the ball up at ground level, high snap into the forward line. Doesn't give anybody much chance. James, nearly a great mark, but didn't quite hang on to it long enough. Again, Kadina's pressure, and they'll come away with this again.
Oh, well, I tell you, Curno's pressure on James up there has been fantastic. I reckon he's doing an absolute job on him at the moment.
Yep.
As we said before, we know how important Richard James is to the Paskeville side and the scoreboard.
Yeah, Kadina working the ball well through the middle of the ground now. They've got it. But Seka runs onto it. He hasn't got a right leg, so a long handball to Wilch, who has a fumble. That's just enough to allow Kadina nearly to get him. He had to have a forced kick, which didn't go anywhere.
James pushes back.
Oh, here's a go. No, should have used the hand.
It's ground. It's close. It's off the ground.
Yeah, I think.
And it looks like it's a goal. Nick Perry.
Yeah, I think young Cots might have hurt his knees. Had a knee. He's holding something, knee or ankle.
So Nick Perry's the goal kicker on that occasion, and of course Nick was the one that copped the big...
copped the bump early.
He's certainly come back now and showed that he's right to go.
Yeah, and I think, by the look of it, Nick Cots is done. I think he's in a fair bit of trouble.
Anyone wants to see C-Dub, and
he's had a dodgy knee for a couple of seasons now. But
just off the camera at the moment, but he's down, and he doesn't look like he's coping that well. He's in a fair bit of pain with that.
They've actually called earlier for... I reckon a stretcher was called for.
Have they called it or not?
Yeah, I'm nearly sure they did. The stretcher was called for.
Okay, here it comes.
Yeah, early on, but
so Nick Cots, number 41, in that contest there with the ball.
Got the ball onto Perry to
he
get
did.
The kick.
He was the player certainly involved. He's copped a sort of bump across his knee, and he's gone down. So the trainer's now just looking for a stretcher. And here it comes.
Yeah,
so that's allowed a bit of a break.
Yeah, it might be a break where Paskeville can regroup a little bit prior to half-time.
So it looks like both midfields have come together just to sort themselves out for what's left of the remainder of the quarter. How much would be left, C-Dub?
Oh, I didn't take the time, but it wouldn't be a huge amount, I don't reckon. A couple of minutes.
2 or 3 minutes left. So
which I'll just have a break now while the injured player is relieved.
And the clock does get stopped for the stretcher, and we do play time on out, something I've always struggled to come to terms with, C-Dub, since the end of my career. We play all year with 20 minutes only, and finals is 20 minutes and time on.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know the reasoning why. It's been like that for a long time in B-grade finals, but it doesn't actually make a lot of sense, does it?
No, it doesn't, and it does... you know, if it was a nice warm September day, it can make a bit of difference to perhaps a heavier B-grade side.
Yeah, and as you get older and older, you don't want to play more, you want to play less.
That's right, mate, that's right.
And these breaks, if you're sitting at full forward or you're down the back line and your team captain wants to meet you in the middle, well, I'd say, no, sorry, mate, I'll have a talk with me three backmen here.
So,
not running up there.
Takes it out of you once again.
Yeah, I can't see the point. I'm not sure you and I would have been run into the middle to have a talk with our
midfielders. We'd probably pull the backman in and perhaps have a little chat with the backman. But look, Cots, unfortunately, he's had knee problems throughout his career.
Looks like he's holding his ankle there, John.
No, he's got it from front and bottom, hasn't he? It's He's not doing a Gary line on us at the moment, is he? Or, no, he's going okay. There's no tears there, so that's good.
He's going straight into the club rooms too.
Hopefully he can get mended up and be straight back. He's been important.
We restart. Franz again crossing over. I think that's slightly illegal, John.
Yeah, I reckon it might have been, but no advantage there. No. It fell to the ground. Rosewarne gets his pass out now to Pridham. Pridham missed the opportunity. Poole goes over the ball. He's picked it up, gets his kick. Not a good one, but it pushes forward to Paskeville now. Buzzing shot, gets it on his left.
Didn't quite carry.
Hill, buzzing shot.
Hill. And the ball's gone over.
He managed to probably take that 20 metres forward, Hill, by getting it onto his left.
Getting it onto his left. He's forced it forward.
So, good effort.
Throw in now. Franz is uncontested. Oh, no, he was contested in the end. But Kadina will come away with a snap kick, not far though.
By Pridham.
Poole is caught by the boundary, ducks under, gets a handball away.
Boothey gets his opportunity now, kicks forward. Awkward style, looks for gunning, can't mark on this occasion. Wuttke missed the opportunity. Pridham nowhere near it. In fact, that was Pomery, the player there with Wuttke. The ball's going to get thrown in right in front of the Ardrossan clubhouse, and there's no ruckman in sight for Kadina, so Wuttke goes at it against the two big men from Paskey.
Tom Buzzy gang tackled, so there's no way through there.
I tell you what, relentless pressure there from Kadina on that occasion. Three on to one.
Yeah. Paskey desperately need a goal before half time to just go in with a little bit of momentum.
Oh, Neumann can't pick it up on that occasion. Roenfeldt either, fumbling, takes it over the boundary, and perhaps they did miss their opportunity. So that's the siren. We're looking at a 5-goal 2 to, of course, 2 goals for Paskeville.
Yes, well played Kadina in the first half. Their pressure and their attack on the foot is stronger than Paskey's at this stage. Righto, here we go, Jock. Half-time's been done and dusted. Kadina had to look very relaxed during that half-time break. Bit of animation at Paskey, but
I thought exactly the same thing. It looked very relaxed and a little bit of tension over there at the Paskey one. Of course, the reason why is we're at Kadina lead going to the third term, 20 points in front of perhaps the premiership favourites.
Yeah, and I noticed Phil Pridham come to the side, and Jesse Pomery's gone into ruck for Paskey. James still at full forward, Wilsh in a forward pocket, and not a lot of other structural changes, I don't think.
No, there's not from what I've seen from Kadina. I think McDowell is onto the wing on second there. That'll be an interesting move. So ball goes up, Franz taps forward, gets early tap forward, and it's just what you need, isn't it? But picked up by Page, who finds a player now.
Is he free? No, the kicks
wonky, but he's found someone, and that's
I think. And that's Hill, who plays on with his left foot, puts it out in front of Perry. He's got to lose his play, which he does, turns him around, straightens up, heads for goal. Need this one, and he's hit the post.
He's hit the post. Now, that would have been just what Coach Yates would be looking for, and it would have been a perfect start, but just offline on that occasion. So York to bring the ball in. Goes short, finds Poole, doesn't collect it, but he's been paid it. No, he's play on.
Umpire's called it on. He actually played the mark, then played it on.
Premature blow on the whistle there, CD.
Yeah, it was. Ramsey is tackled, the ball spills
Page
free.
Gets a kick forward.
Sitting under it. The mark is taken. Wilsh at the back off the ground, and it will be
It's going to be a goal. Big Wilshie.
Goal, yes.
And just what Paskey needed to start the third term. Big Welch in the right spot on that occasion. B-grade footy's like that, isn't it? Often you're in the wrong spot, you're in the right spot.
Yeah, Kadina probably a little bit stiff. The whistle did go for the Poole mark, and then the umpire called him played on because he did drop it a little bit premature.
So still looking to see James get into the game at this stage. He got very close on that occasion, but look, the breeze just picking up a little bit more now, and it's probably favouring Paskeville's ends, about 22 kilometres an hour, and gusts of up to 33 kilometres.
If it gets any gustier than that, we'll get blown off the roof.
Franz again finds Neumann now, kicks forward, smothered by Ramsey.
Page
collects and broken free now by Paskeville, goes forward.
Good one.
Perhaps James on this occasion, no, Curnow takes the mark, not quite, knocked off the ball now. Toole into the action there, and good effort by Curnow on that occasion to get himself into the right position, unfortunately just spilling the mark.
Yep. Throw up just outside the 50, Paskeville's end.
Both swiped at it and missed.
Tack, handball out of a pack, quick kick out.
Toole.
Perry, should have taken the mark then.
Ramsey collects, can't get it free. Ball goes to the ground, and umpire Mills said, I'm going to throw this one up, boys, for the 100th time today.
Pan around the ground, the majority of the players are at this ball up. Pomeroy over the back didn't get a tap. There's got to be a free
Franz
kick.
has wrapped him up, and I'll tell you what, you won't get out of... Oh no, it's Neumann on that occasion.
Yeah. There's quickly thrown up again. Franz
straight to him now. That's happened too many times. It's kicked forward now. Push, and that's picked up right in front of umpire Fuss. So young Pridham making the wrong decision on that occasion. Swings onto his left, gunning, looks for Shield now. He did have the open ball there, but it's collected. He's managed to keep it forward. It's in front of him. Can he get boot the ball? No, he can't. Good pressure by Paskeville. Costello now swings onto his right, snaps inside, and good check side goal there from Costello. Throws the hands in the air and celebrates another goal for Kadina. So probably the where that was set up, C-Dub, was from Franz to Neumann.
Yeah, the tap. The work, the clear.
And that's happened 2 or 3 times now, hasn't it? We're watching that ball go forward and Gunning sort of setting up Shield on that occasion. And
I'm not sure it's not a bit of a ploy by Kadina to force these ball ups, and take the advantage in the ruck eventually when they can sort it out. They've done that 2 or 3 times.
Well, certainly the tackling side of things was duly mentioned before the game, and perhaps you're right. Poole now gets boot the ball and it moves it forward. Roenfeldt can't pick up on this occasion. Umpire Fuss has found a free, and it's gone to last year's male medalist in Brendan Ramsey.
Not a lot of movement to go to up forward.
He's the centre of the ground, nice big kick, 40 metres. Curnow's up there, and he did the right thing, but he's over the shoulder on this occasion to Price, who gets the kick.
Lucky,
and here we go. He looks to James. Here he is, Richard James. Can't get it on this occasion.
Josh Clark with the crumbs, but he's in trouble. Handballs to Kadina.
James again, this is where he is in front of goal, on the left, swings, and he's got it. Here he comes, Richard James puts the score to 4 goals for Paskeville now, so certainly the game closing up, you'd find this quarter.
Yeah, that's the first time for the game he's got more than 2 yards away from that David.
Yes, it is.
So he's played a ripper on him, actually.
He's had a terrific game, but you can just see how damaging Richard James is when he gets that football, and on that occasion he swung onto his left.
Yeah, and he's very adept at his left foot as well. And you mentioned at half time, we were just talking off air, Jock, about Richard perhaps coming out. It mightn't be a silly move to run him out to centre half forward for 10 or 15 minutes.
It would be. That would be a smart move by Yates to bring him up the ground a bit. And
Franz again with the tap out of the centre.
Finds Boothey, links up now to McDowell, gets a hurried kick away.
Yeah, that's holding the footy, I think. Yeah.
Couldn't make a decision, and he's been the ball's been brought forward because it wasn't delivered back correctly on that occasion. I think the player is Poole that didn't throw it back.
Well, the whistle had gone and the kick was taken just a second or two after the whistle. It's a harsh penalty. It's there. It's the rule, but it's a very harsh penalty.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot in it, but again, disappointed. And it takes Paskeville up the ground and looking for James again. This time he's got it in front. Gets boot the ball now. Looks for Price. Can't mark on this occasion. Collected by Toole now. He kicks forward. Pomeroy can't collect. Awkward bounce. Big hand pass. Raking hand pass now. Doesn't find a player though. Still in the play. Boothey taken to the ground. Pomeroy still in it again. Ramsey now meets the ball. He's met hard.
It's a chance for Jono Price, comes forward, meets it, gets a handball. No, he's tackled well.
Yeah, he can't get rid of it on that occasion, Jono, but he certainly did well by meeting the ball. Paskeville now looking a lot better.
Yeah, looking a little bit better at this stage, Jock, at 4-1 to 6-2 into the third quarter. Ball comes out, Ramsey on the outside, has a look at him, but
not his best kick, what we're used to seeing from Brendan Ramsey, and it's punched out of bounds by Elite and Welch.
Probably a win for Paskeville in the end there, Jock, really, to get it out of bounds 4 yards around from the point post.
It
might
does
have a chance at this stoppage.
Does put it into their area.
Franz and Welch will compete. Ball comes in, Welch front position, and I reckon he might have pulled a free out of this.
He's hanging on, and Price lets him know as he walks past.
I wouldn't be doing that, Jono, you might wear one, son.
Yeah. So, not a great time to give away a free kick inside your 50 and within range.
Yeah. Welch lines up now, and that's going to be a goal.
He uses the wind well, and that is straight through the middle by big Lele Welch, and what a magnificent kick. The free going his way, taking the scoreboard now to 5-1 to 6-2, so the game right back in it now.
Right up. I'm always interested in these ruck frees, like we've gone. It's nearly 3/4 of the game, and that's the first time a ruck infringement's been pulled out. I think, Jock. I don't think there's been another one, is there?
I think there may have been one against Franz in the late in the first quarter. So 2 against him now, I believe. And look, I tell you, it doesn't take much, and they're in there battling away, and they're probably both doing it all day.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, Paskeville will take it. But
so big Franz needs to regroup now, and he does. He gets the tap forward and finds Neumann again. But I think Paskeville might be onto this now. Ramsey took him to ground.
Yeah, a bit tighter, a bit closer checking. Bit aware, more aware in that centre bounce setup than I think they were.
Yeah, well, certainly Paskeville to me look like they're on their tippy toes at the moment. They've sparked up. Secker takes the ball, but he's
interfered, coming up, third man up and interfered.
And Franz gets a bit of justice from the previous kick before.
I actually don't mind seeing that third man up against Franz, because something done properly, they can come over the top of him while the other two are wrestling. But
Plum gets his kick away, looks for Wuttke, but Newman's in the way, plays on, has a shot at goal. I think it's going to fall short, straight to Jack West. So
should be a break here for Paskeville. They've got a couple free. Good kick, good eyes.
Yeah, good penetrating
Wolford on the
kick.
far side. Oh, he was 1 against 3 though in the end when it closed up.
So Kadina come out with it through Boothey. He got his kick clear. Picked up by Paskeville though. Now swung around. Kadina again.
Kick's going to pay off, yeah.
Has come way up the ground on that occasion to get his kick to Costello, who goes inside the 50 now, and he looks for Mitchell Miller.
He's in front.
And he's met solidly by Nick Perry on that time with a punch.
He looked to be in the box seat there, but the spoil was effective at the end.
It was a good spoil by Nick.
Yeah, it was at the end. No, I reckon that is Brandon Hill again, Jock.
Oh, Brandon Hill, right.
Ball's come out. Now a stalemate at centre half forward again. Some beautiful tackling from Kadina.
Yeah, so they need to keep that the tackling pressure up if they want to match it now with Paskeville. That's perhaps taken a good 2 quarters to get going.
Yeah, and they just starting to get their game linking together, but it's still not to our usual standard, to Kadina's credit. But it will take a solid 4/4 effort to keep that pressure up as a kick comes quickly out of the pack. Nearly a Kadina mark, and it'll be another stalemate.
Yeah, Gunning just couldn't get there on that occasion.
Couldn't quite get there, but he was in front, played it well.
Just fell short. So Kadina looking to make an interchange now. Williams will be coming back on, and he's been quite important through the middle of that ground. Is Glenn Williams. So the free
kick here to the cheers of the public on the outer side. There's a little yellow caravan over there, Jock. I'm not sure what they sell out of that little van over there.
But it's certainly making him, whatever it is, it's making him get a bit excited now. Perhaps it's just starting to kick in some of the amber fluid over there.
They're offering the umpires some advice. We can hear from a long way away.
Well, you do get plenty of advice at finals, don't you? And perhaps any game, especially when there's some fluid around. So Boothey snaps over his shoulder into the 50. Mitchell Miller, he takes the mark. He took it well. He got there low. It was a hurried kick in desperation, and Miller chased it down and took the mark. And he's on a very awkward angle on the seaside of Ardrossan at the moment. Probably looking to be 25 metres out.
He had the front position, and any kick that comes out of a pack going to fall short. He's going to be in the box seat, isn't he, in front?
Look, good goal kicker. I'll back him in here on this occasion.
Yeah, not far out, not a huge angle. And he's kicked it.
And he has. He's taken it home and he's made it. He's put that gap a little bit further away, probably given Kadina a little bit of breathing pressure
breathing
now.
Space.
So scores are 7-2 to 5-1 Kadina's way as the ball gets taken back to the centre square. So the game's really levelled out, C-Dub, now, and I think it's going to come down to who's got the run and the legs. And in B grade, as we all know, the young fellas are good, aren't they?
Yeah,
that's where they run.
And that'll be the key to both sides. Both sides, young fellas, if they can get a bit of run and get a bit of the game. I don't think Paskeville's young fellas have done enough yet. With the throw up again, comes to Page from Ramsey. Page gets his kick forward. Nick Perry's got the spot here. Oh, bad bounce. Jono Price onto it. No, bounce again. Eluded him. Good pick up. Kadina will clear.
Poole now looks for Franz. He's not in the position. Oh, good mark by Pomeroy. He's met solidly by two Kadina players, and Costello and Franz on that occasion. It was a great mark by Jesse Pomeroy.
He's got a couple wide, Jesse. Pomeroy's
so he is going to go short now to Brett Gerke.
Play on, he'll set the ball up now. Jono's over, Jono Price and Kadina's read it well. Yeah, good mark.
So Brandon Pridham now with the ball.
Read that very well. Looks just holding it up, doesn't need to rush it, kicks down the line. Pomeroy's in front, get his hand to it. Jesse Pomeroy, he's tackled by two Kadina players.
He's not going anywhere on that occasion, and he's certainly starting to come into the game now, big Jesse Pomeroy. Franz now pushes forward. Williams can't collect, pushed out of it. Ramsey gets the ball clear. Gerke takes the ball to ground, but he's going to stop right in front of us now. C-Dub and Roenfeldt just on the ground. A little bit of push and shove, but umpire Fuss will take control and he'll throw that ball up.
He'll throw it up very quickly too. If you watch this, he won't give the players long to regroup. Franz clever enough to be
hand the ball
right
and second punch at it. 2 bites at the cherry now. Great desperation by both players there. Notice Brett Gerke takes the ball to ground very quickly when he gets his opportunity. Oh, he's pushed out, but in his favour on that occasion, and that goes to Shield, who got the ball clear, but to no advantage.
A bit free, not a great
kick forward.
Price, if all the bounce, he's got to get to it, push it on, doesn't quite work. The idea was right. Joshy Clark taken high there, I would suggest.
Yeah, look, I think he's going to...
Not going to get a free, though.
No, it's probably there.
I think he played it up too, Jock.
He played it up and he throws it up again.
Second side to burst through, gets the handball.
And looks to get it on the second. Oh, good smother.
Good smother.
Curnow. Yeah. Look, he's having a terrific game, young Curnow. He's been in all the contests. He's now picked up Price, and let's look for James. Who's going to jump? Oh, he's back there with Yorkie, so that hasn't changed.
Now there's a whistle. Not sure what this is for from a ruck contest. It's going to go to Kadina this time. The raffle has been drawn in Kadina's favour this time.
Yeah, Gunning takes the ball now. Still in past his 50. Looks to go through the centre of the ground. Nice looking kick, but he's kicked it to 1-on-2.
Oh.
Spills forward, the mark's not taken. It's giving Kadina the opportunity now. Plum now chases on with Cough. Ball gets taken over, but that could have been a passage of play by not taking that mark on that occasion. And there's a little bit of kerfuffle over the boundary line, and I don't think it's going to... Hello, what's happened here? I think might have hit some heads.
Yeah, I think in the tackle when they went to the ground, they hit heads on the ground. And in the tackle, Cough and Plum.
Cough is doing the gentleman thing and trying to check and help out the Kadina player, but he looks like he might have a bit of claret coming from his head as well.
Yeah, it hasn't been picked up yet. If there has, the ball is restarted. Throwing tap to Neumann, who's been dispossessed. But what did they ping him? Des has pinged him for holding the footy. I thought he was a bit stiff there.
Well, I reckon that's a bit stiff because he had no prior opportunity whatsoever.
No, the ball was knocked out.
So Plum now comes off the boundary line. He's looking a little bit worse for wear. Cough intercepts now, gets his kick, so he's recovered well.
Franz takes the mark as play goes on, chips it into the middle. And Kadina have all the answers still, Jock. They've got all the answers. They'll steady it down here now. Kick down the line.
Williams, important player now, goes forward. Gunning's the target. Costello goes solid. Again, wrapped up.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So, where did we get the free there?
No, not sure.
Cena?
Not sure. I was like you. I thought it was a pretty good tackle. Whether there was an arm slipped high when they were on the ground,
Yep.
I don't know. That's the only thing you could say. The kick goes now in, but Cough's
Good mark.
dropped into the space. Needs to shift it around. Paskey's being very predictable, I think, here, coming down the line. Need to shift. He's looking to switch. Goes across to Jack West, who's got Ashley
players
Pridham
on the
wide.
outside. If he looks, he does. He finds them. Mark
Next
taken.
kick's important.
He decides to play on. Doesn't get a lot of purchase on the kick.
He's nearly holding the footy, I would suggest. No, it's played on still. I thought Paskey were a bit lucky there not to have given a free kick
on
away.
that occasion. It probably could have been done a little bit better once they sit back and have a look at the video tomorrow. They'd think that probably could have cleared the ball better on that occasion.
Yeah, that was it. Yes, that. They created the space on the other side, and the third kick didn't really go to advantage. And there's a whistle now for a free kick to Paskeville on the outer wing.
And again, a cheer from the
boys on the hill.
Must be a couple of
few
Paskey
boys
supporters over there. Your boys from Clinton, are they? It's not them, is it?
I would suggest
it would be. Yeah, right.
Might be our supporter group. The boys who make a day at the footy very, very interesting.
They do.
Oh,
there's some terrific comments that come out there.
Good body work by Tommy Rosewarne.
Yeah, it was. And Wuttke takes a strong grab in front of Neumann.
He's looking to go down the middle, goes high and long.
Does go high. Gunning's the target, sits underneath it, and he grabs it on this occasion. The punch from Pridham was a bit of an airy. There were two players going at it, but he set himself in the right position there, and he took the mark, and he gets a shot on goal. Be probably 35 metres out of goal. And Scott Gunning, as we know, is a terrific kick, but he is going into the breeze.
Yes, he will be going into a breeze.
And he'll have to give it everything, I reckon, for him to kick this goal.
He comes in now. Bit of momentum in the kick. That's a good kick,
looks
Jock.
good.
And it's just not going to quite carry. Nearly a mark to Kadina, and I think it's going to be forced through for a behind. Just back to that mark of Scotty Gunnings before. It was beautiful body positioning. He got in front of the pack where all good forwards should be. Just held off the opposition with his body and took an easy chest mark.
Yeah, using his,
that's a pretty ordinary kick
his shoulders on that time, and of course Pridham was outreached. I suppose he couldn't meet it. So
the kick in came and it's been chopped off by Roenfeldt. Looks like it over there. He might be a bit far out, Jock. I think
he is, and there's a little bit of a argy-bargy in the centre of the ground there.
It's right to the square. Oh, a couple of leapers there.
Takes ride,
left
gets
foot
kicked
snap
off the ground, snapped, and goes through for another point. So Tom Shield, the player who had the snap at goal. So Koff to bring the ball in.
7-4 Kadina, 5-1 Paskey. At this stage, well into the third quarter, I'd suggest. Paskey need at least another one before the quarter's out to have a bit of momentum into the last quarter. Now Page breaks free from the half-back line. Again, the kick not to anyone's advantage.
Toole's
marked by Toole of Kadina, who comes across the ground. Jesse Pomeroy intercepts. Has got it now. Good sweeping handball wide. Creates some space for Tom Buzzy, who's going to find Michael Wolford. He needs to be precise. Puts it forward. Wiltsh is sitting under this with Tom Rosewarne. Wiltsh gets a hand to it, knocks it to his own advantage. Handballs forward. Kadina again strong in numbers. 3-4 there. And clear it out.
Angus, the player there that gets boot the ball, but he finds Ramsey in the centre of the ground, who set play up from here, I'd imagine.
Yeah, there's a hole that Wiltsh is running into if Ramsey kicks long, but it doesn't go quite.
Oh, Ramsey there, straight to Kadina. He's two players. Shepherd's on. Williams, the player now, he can't quite get possession of the ball. Second meets his target. Price is probably a little bit high there, and that escaped the eye of the umpire. Ball goes in, so players actually looking a bit
tired there.
I thought on that.
Yeah, it did look a bit. It was all in slow motion, wasn't it?
Yeah. Pomeroy over the back, and he can't do that.
No, he give it free away. Put his hand on his shoulder, I think.
So Franz now looking
He'll take his time here, I'd suggest, and come down the line.
Yeah, there you go.
And there's the siren for three-quarter time. Kadina 7-4, Paskeville 5-1, with the momentum in Kadina's favour at this stage, Jock.
I would say they'd be pretty happy with their position going into the in the last term where they're at the moment. They're going to have a wind in their back door, so Yeah, I think it's looking, it's going to be a cracker of a last quarter. Paskeville will need to come out firing.
Yeah, have to do a lot of work in this last quarter now.
Who's been good for Paskey?
Not too many, I don't think, Jock. Hell, I don't know. It's been no one. Well, I wouldn't like to be picking the best players.
Okay, so welcome back, going into our fourth term, and the score's 7-4, 46. Kadina 5-1, 31, a lead of 15 points. They led at 20 points at half time, and the gap now 15. So getting a bit closer there. There's a couple of good Kadina supporters now coming off the ground, and Paskey's still in the middle of the oval, and just heard a bit of animation from Rummer on that occasion.
Yeah, yes, the captain at three-quarter time had a few stern words to his players, and just pick up a little bit up from up here about attacking the ball, running through the ball, not putting a hand in and try and take it on the side. Actually run through the footy, which is good advice.
Yeah, run through the ball, run through the player. I mean, they're going to have to come out firing now. This is do or die. This is the end of it.
Yeah.
So they've got everything on the line, and Coach Yates will be asking for a big lift, and probably from some of his key players too. Ramsey, Wilch, James, they'll be the ones in question.
Yeah. Well, I also think some of the younger ones as well have got to stand up. You can't keep relying on a Wilch, a James, and a Ramsey even. Some of the younger fellas have got to put their hand up a little bit too, I think.
Yeah, so who are you looking for the lift from, C-Dub? The young blokes, Jono Price?
Yeah, Jono's got to do a little bit more. Brody Page started to get into it a little bit then, not a huge amount. You've got a Michael Wolford, who's mid-20 age now, who's a very talented footballer. I haven't seen much of him. Brandon Hill's got to do a little bit more. Nick Perry's been in and out. There's a number of those players, other ones with the legs and the youth that need to do a bit more as we start the final quarter
of the 2013 York Peninsula B Grade Grand Final. Franz now taps the ball forward but finds Ramsey. He's fired up. Toole's the player now. He goes with a hand pass into distance. McDowell after it. Goodwin. Second to the ball. Goodwin pushed forward and he got the free there. It was a little push.
Yeah, he got his body in front of the contest. I think that's what you got to do.
And he's bloody stuffed that up. He's gone to play on, changed his mind, and the ball was smothered.
If you're going to play on from a mark, you've got to be more than 2 yards away from the guy standing the mark.
Yeah, you need plenty of distance.
Throw up on the outer wing, which will be a stalemate.
So Ramsey, to me, he's been in everything so far. He started to get himself into that last quarter. Perhaps he's going to put his mark on this game early.
Yeah, a bit of sloppy play out the far side. I think Kadina are getting the best service from the ruck, getting their hand to the ball more often than Paskey in ruck, which is allowing them to perhaps dominate these ball ups. We'll be interested to see Franz again with Pomerana. Franz. Big tap. Paskey did read it on this occasion, but we're not going to clear it, I don't think. Brett Gerke has pushed through the pack with a quick kick forward.
He's got plenty on that kick.
Yeah, he did have it. Jono Price, one grab, couldn't get it. Now he's been tackled on the ball. Oh no, he's got a free kick there, Jock.
Yeah, well he got the push and he certainly went to ground, and here he goes. He kicks inboard now, looking for James. Can't take it. Williams now picks up on the score line, but he runs it through
never anywhere to go, I don't think.
A point. So they gives them a chance to set up again.
Got a guy free here now, made the move.
Toole now takes the ball. Tom Rosewarne needs to turn around.
Yeah. Kick's not going to
use he used his body well. Brilliant mark.
Yeah.
And he plays on, finds Boothey. He goes forward now with a low driving kick. Earle misses the ball on that occasion, and it's followed up by Costello. Costello finds Wuttke and mops the whole situation up very well. Bit of experience there from young Dylan Costello, and he's found Nathan Wuttke.
Good ball use all the way down this side. They cleared it from a point.
Well, Tom Rosewarne there, he set that
great
ball
body
up,
work, wasn't it?
Great body work on Wilts.
Kick now from 45. Should be kickable, and it looks as though...
It's a terrible kick. It's come off the front of his boot and gone forward, bit of a tumble punt. And did Gunning pick that up somewhere? We must have missed that. He's played on and he's kicked it. Goes through. So that's the first major for the last term of
they make it very hard at this stage.
This grand final. So very good kick there. He must have picked up a little mark there that we missed.
Well, he was paid the mark. I think I'd like to... We'll have a look at that on the video replay. I reckon he might have had the second grab, but he got the mark, played on quickly, and kicked the goal.
So yeah, great efforts there from Shield, Rosewarne, Costello.
Yeah, linked up all the way without a Paskeville player getting a hand on it. From a kick in.
And then when you get in the hands of someone like a Gunning on his left foot snap, it's out of the picture. So Franz again takes the tap. He's had plenty of taps today. He's been good all day.
Ramsey trying to push through. Dispossessed Poole has got the footy and it'll be a throw up.
Poole is like a ball, isn't he? When he gets the ball, he charges through.
Oh, Franz should have won a free kick there.
He could have. I saw the hand in the back. Ramsey's the player now. He gets it out. Intercepted now. Kadina more desperate. Clark's the player with the ball. Lehman pushes forward. Toe-like.
Well, there's a free kick. Oh, no, it wasn't paid. It could have been a free to Kadina.
So
Wilch in here. No, he didn't take the mark. Rosewarne butters up and taps the ball out. Well, we were talking about best players earlier. Jock and Tommy Rosewarne wouldn't be far away from the minute, I wouldn't think.
He has had a terrific game back there. He hadn't only done well on his opponent, he's also set the play up.
Yeah, Wilch with a handball to Page. Quick kick.
Good looking kick, and it is a goal. Yeah. It's gone through, right through. So terrific goal and a good comeback there from Paskeville now.
Yeah, and that's one of the very few distinct wins out of the ruck today for Paskeville.
And Wilts with the hands on the hips there. I'm just checking him out. He's just catching his breath by the look. So well done to young Brody Page. So that was a good passage of play.
Yeah, that was a lot better.
Brings the scores back to 6-2 Paskeville, 8-4 Kadina.
2-2 the difference. So it'll be 3 straight kicks needed by Paskeville.
So Franz again moves in. Pomeroy both collected the ball there. Newman's the player with it. Takes it to the ground, no advantage to anyone. Comes out now through Clark. Spiral looking kick going forward. The Price. James.
No, I reckon
Richard James.
No, that's Tommy Buzzy, I reckon.
You're joking me. Tommy Buzzy. So I've got it wrong on 2 occasions. There's James, the player that came up to congratulate him.
Tom's not.
What's his chances?
I wouldn't have me lefty on it.
You would not?
No, I wouldn't.
You lost that years ago, didn't you?
I did, but there you go.
Oh, so the kick's gone in. Looked good off the boot, but it is a point, which takes the scores now to 6-3.
Probably rusted a little bit. I think Tommy could have taken a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Worked the breeze. He did actually put it to the right side of the post, but the breeze didn't work it back, did it?
Terrific mark, though.
Yeah, it was a good mark coming forward. Drops what he should have taken. Ramsey with a good handball. Paskeville out now. If Joshy Clark can get a hand on it, Dodgers around one.
His player
and a good handball to Price. Jono, a handball to Tommy Buzzy's a lot closer this time.
Buzzy.
And he's got it.
There he goes.
No, he's missed it, I think.
Okay, two misses from Buzzy. That looked to be a goal to me, but
that was a snap from 15 out, pretty much in front, but must have just pushed it wide. As Kadina now, dangerous kick.
Dangerous kick, and he's going to be awarded the free, I think.
Yeah, free or the mark, perhaps.
And it was to young Brandon Pridham put his body on the line there. He's done that all year.
He did that well, because that nearly set up enough for Paskeville.
So what can he do?
He's got to come across.
He's going to set Toole up. He's got players in Roenfeldt wide. If he decides to use him, he does. Ugly looking kick. Can't collect. It's gone straight past him. Picked up by Gerke and sent back forward. And again, Toole the player. I tell you, Toole's had a good game.
Yeah, he has had a good game. Now that kick should have hit the square behind where those players were.
Yeah.
Paskeville had a couple of players running into a spot behind.
So Neumann, the player now, he's found he's got options in Rosewarne. He decides to ignore it. finds
Three
Kerno.
players.
Perhaps that's the better option, I think.
Yeah.
So we're looking to take it Kadina style through the centre of the ground.
2 straight goal the difference here as it comes up onto
Wuttke,
the
the
wing.
player,
Yeah,
big fly from Wuttke over the top of Franz and takes a terrific
there's
mark.
a couple of Kadina players on here
He's
through
got
the
Poole,
middle.
bounce, sits nicely for him, gives him time to look. Big option up forward is Earle. Earle takes the mark and he's knocked to the ground. Umpire says, oh no, he's given him the 50. And it was against Ryan Secker. He didn't need to do it, but he just put the hand on the shoulder, said, come with me, lad, I'll put you on the ground. And it's now been given a free 50 to Kadina.
Might have been able to do it 10 years ago and get away with it, Jock. You just can't do it now,
Not in a final,
You can't
C-Dub.
do it now.
And Jake Earle does not muck around. He sends it straight through the middle and puts the ninth goal for Kadina. So 9-4 to 6-4 now, and he starts to give him a bit more breathing space.
Yeah, 3 goals. It'll make it very difficult now.
So had he not had that 50, I reckon that may have been a bit of a challenge, that goal, but the penalty allowed him to kick the goal.
Yeah, it wasn't a vicious or malicious act, but you just can't do that thing anymore, can you?
No, not especially in front of the umpire there.
No.
We used to disguise him a little bit better than that. C-Dub. So important now, midfields work this strategy out from the ruckman. Franz knows where he wants it. Ramsey strong in the middle, busts through, gets his hand pass clear.
Oh, well read, Kadina.
Yeah, McDowell's a player.
Yeah.
Sits nicely, smart play from Gunning, very clever. Finds Williams on his right, he's pushed in the back. Nice play on, it was a good tackle. Koff now and Gunning, the 2 opposing number 10s go to the ground, and it's another throw up just outside the 50 of Kadina. Player's a little bit slow to get up now. So ball gets thrown up. Wuttke takes the tap, Gunning straight onto the left, bang, good solid kick forward. Miller, Gerke,
Great pressure.
Yeah, good bump. It's now sitting right in the right on the point post into the Kadina 50. So ball gets thrown in.
Yeah, a couple of
Newman, the player, he gets kicked.
Smothered off
Nothing in it. Costello lunges on the ball. He's got players there, doesn't use it, ignores him, finds Boothey, and he kicks goals. So he is a goal kicker, and what a great bit of play on that occasion. Jay Kadina marching ahead now.
They are. I think the vocal cords on that particular lady can be warmed up a little bit, Jock.
Yeah, she's starting to get warmed up, the old fat lady. So 6-4 now to 10-4. Margin sort of really starting to push out Kadina's way, and the momentum certainly with Kadina at the moment.
That's going to be hard. It's been a great effort as a turnaround from a fortnight ago in the final without much change in personnel, I would imagine.
No change to Kadina. They probably are a player short from that day, really. I think, and from memory, you guys were full strength?
Not quite. No, but not far away. It's only very few.
So, different sort of.
Ball up again. Jesse Pomeroy got the tap, but Kadina are going to clear this. They'll receive a free.
Player didn't have the ball. The player is Cyril Boothey, and he looks to go up forward to Williams.
Free.
Takes a solid mark. He goes back, looks for his options. He's got Neumann shorty that takes him on. High kick, boy, too high. The ball was kicked high, straight over the head. Found Pridham. So he's played on. Kerno comes down from back flank and takes a mark at centre half forward. So Kerno's had a pretty good game today.
He's had a good game. You can see it in all the Kadina players, their attitude, their commitment, their attack of the footy, far stronger than Paskeville at this stage.
Big kick, goes forward, player pushed out of it. Hasn't been picked up, so he's taken the kick, and that's Jack West.
Nick Perry needs to play on here.
Newman slow to chase.
Nick needs to take on down the wing. Kicks not positioned brilliantly, but it will bounce well for Jesse Pomeroy, who gets a boot to it. Brings it inside 50 with a wobbler, and the ball just bounces. Kadina again will mop up. Are they going to break free? No, good tackle.
Yeah, and that's fullback David York there. Just had his hands pinned, but managed to get one free and force the ball over the line
for a throw in.
So players regrouping now. Franz is the ruckman. Kerno again, been good, gets his kick forward. Wutke's overran the ball, misjudged that. Gerke mops up. Wuttke tries to attempt to tackle. Gerke now sets up Paskeville into the forward lines.
Here for a goal. No mark.
Just couldn't get clear. Rosewarne.
Nearly holding the footy, but
Critter now takes the ball, finds Toole. Can't quite collect.
James over the top there. Now there's a whistle, and it'll be a free to Richard James.
Free to Richard James. Glenn Williams comes off, and Sid Roenfeldt back onto the ground.
Not an easy kick from that pocket for Richard. The Breeze will be pushing the ball.
He's a beautiful kick.
He's a beautiful kick.
I would have money on that he'd kick it.
No, and Wilkes taking a great mark.
He doesn't kick it, but he finds his ruckman in Leighton Welch.
Hang on, the goal up
right on the goal. And he's going to have to come round on a fair old snap if he wants to kick it, but it's certainly not without reach, is it?
No, he's only half a, well, not even, he's about 10 centimetres out, but the mark was taken right by the left goalpost as we look at it. And the player on the mark is leaning on the goalpost. Just a little step around and on his right leg and kick it back. Goal should be.
And there it goes. What a terrific kick. He's obviously done that before and sends it high into the car park. And Paskeville now march on 7-4. Wiltshire certainly has kicked a few goals in his time, and he jogs back into the centre of the ground to get himself set up for the next tap.
3 goals are probably a big ask in the last half a quarter of the B grade game. Well, they're actually going to need to kick 4 or 3 goal on a point and hold Kadina scoreless to get in front. So
yeah, so
not going to be an easy task, is it, Jock?
No, there's a lot of work in it here for Paskey now, but they need to regroup and they need to go through Wilch and Ramsey, these players, and set themselves up. Bring James into the game. I'd be putting him up into the forward lines a bit higher somewhere.
Yeah, yes.
I think that move's been left a little bit late now, perhaps, but. Ball gets thrown up, Franz goes in, he takes the tap under pressure though. Clark goes forward with a torpedo.
James now at the back gets a handball, but no, great tackle. Straight away by Kadina again on Tom Buzzenshaw, I think might be at the bottom of that.
And the player once again to pull himself up off the bottom of that pack's Jesse Curto, and he's really he's impressed me today.
Franz makes front position again to get the tap. Kadina try to clear, and there's a whistle with a sling, so it'll be a Kadina free kick.
And it goes to the veteran Mark Toole. 200 games he played this year, and he finds Tom Rosewarne out on the boundary. Kadina looked to take it down through Neumann. It's punched clear of him.
That's not a bad spoil, actually, if it can get a handball on it.
Yeah, and he goes forward with it, Hall. He pushes forward, but he
the kick is just out of bounds on the full.
Pressure takes the kick out of bounds.
Did everything right there, but just
the
kick at the end wasn't quite. He's under a bit of pressure to release that kick, but they've done everything right. Kadina now in the box seat can take their time, pick out where they want to go down the line.
Rosewarne to bring the ball in, goes long, finds Richard James.
Yeah, that's James this time on the left, brings it in. Oh, there's a big pack hit the ball there. Kadina too strong again, got guys at the ground.
There's only 1 on 3 here, and it goes Kadina's way. I mean, that's just probably a sign of where we're going.
Yeah.
Boothey in the chase for Kadina. Overran by Earle. Gerke comes through, missed his opponent. Wuttke sets up, kicks forward, hurried kick. It was snapped onto his left. Shield slow to get it. Mitchell Miller now takes the ball out of play and forced out. With Jack West.
Yeah, that competition there in the centre of the ground probably said it all. 3 Paskey players to 1 Kadina guy, and not one of the 3 Paskey players made a real valiant attempt to get it.
Flat-footed. Boothey takes the ball from the throw in. He goes onto his left, and it's a goal.
It's a goal.
It's a big goal for Kadina.
That's the sealer.
And Jake Boothey, welcome back, son. So great, terrific goal. Swung onto his left, took the ball out. He hobbles back to the centre of the square. He's had lots of issues with knees and shins this year, and it's missed a few games. He missed the final series. He's just come back for the grand final, and geez, I tell you what, it's
been handy.
Been very handy.
Yeah, no, I think that's certainly the sealer.
So 7-4 Paskey and 11-4 Kadina.
Yeah. No, I think.
So the gap widening a lot here now, and it's in the favour of the Kadina boys. Oh, it gets toe poked forward by Neumann. Boothey there taken the ground by the tattooed Clark.
Again, a ball up. No, I think it's credit to Kadina at this stage from where they've come from a fortnight ago. They've done their homework exceptionally well. The pressure they've put on Paskey has been the winner Sid Roenfeldt's tackle without the footy, but the umpire was in the wrong spot. Quick kick by Poole is
Costello now, it's in front, gets his kick forward, looks for Earle. Cough's too strong on this occasion.
No. Oh, yes, he is going to play it. I thought there might have been a push.
Goes short, but it's intercepted by Costello. He's got the ball, he goes to play on hand, passes out. Cough now the player, he's going to take it out of bounds, ducks his head and takes him on. Says, I'm not finished with it yet, boys. And Costello takes him out of bounds.
I think the field umpire blew the whistle before he was taken out, I think, John.
Yeah, a little bit a premature blow there, C-Dub.
Yeah, might have been. So it's a throw up, close to the boundary line. Thought Kadina will force it over here, just to waste a bit of time, I would think. No, just hold it up.
Clark, toe pokes, Ramsey the player, he's broken free. Ramsey style like misses the kick, finds Price though. So an opportunity for Paskey now to go forward through Wiltsch. Rosewarne again, strong, but Wiltsch stronger on that occasion.
Oh, that was well done.
Yeah, smothered by York there. Wiltsch really was destined to go and kick forward there, but
like he had to play on from that mark, but the Kadina boys were up to it, and the smother probably stopped a certain goal for Paskey. Not that it'll make much difference at this stage, but Franz there with a very good body work in the ruck.
Curnow, balls high, gets punched forward by both opponents. Boothey the player goes to his knees, finds McDowell, swings onto his right, big snap. Gunning now collects the ball. He's
great chase.
Terrific catch there. Should have been holding the ball. Goes through Roenfeldt and he finds Miller. Can't mark it on this occasion. West too strong.
Let's let him get behind the ball.
And two Kadina players there go to Jack West, and the ball's going to get thrown up right on the inside of Kadina's 50. Miller goes unopposed. Roenfeldt looks to set, kicks, finds his player. No, he's found Cough.
Yeah, that kick looked to have a bit more on it, but it didn't have the carry, did it?
Cough really trying to set the play up here.
But we have at Paskey haven't got anyone moving from he hasn't got anyone to kick to from there, has he, at the minute, Jock?
No, there's nothing there. Everything's lined up. Second does make a move now. He's on his own, but he doesn't look to really lead. But he does get the ball. It's a good spot. Toe pokes over. Clark's the player there. Backs into his opponent in Wuttke. So he took the ball and then the player. Great move. And gets lifted up off the ground. So it's thrown up again. Wuttke goes at it with Wiltsch. Boothey the player now. Three Paskey boys there, and Tim Neumann on hands and knees and says, come on boys, there's a little bit of game left to go yet.
Not much, the celebrations can start, I think. Beautiful tap out again to Neumann.
So 7-4, 11-5, Kadina's way, and Miller takes it now, the simplest of marks, in front. Once you're in front like that, C-Dub, it's very hard to...
Yep, and the beauty all day, though, Kadina forwards have been in front of their opponents for that quick kick out of a pack.
Yeah.
And if you've got to be in front, the ball will always fall short.
Well, Miller, a good kick of the ball, and it's definitely within his range. He's just got to make sure he hits it sweet off the boot. Does, looks good, swinging.
Just fading at the end.
And caught the breeze with the height and goes through for a point. So Cough to bring the ball in for Paskeville. Looking for some movement. He's got something on in Page if he can make the distance. He has an attempt at it. Page is there. Good position, Page, and he came from back flank to do that.
Yeah, run a long way to do it. Might be a little bit not enough too late, and the ball goes out wide, but it's spoiled from Hall.
Curnow again.
Yeah, Curnow's done a good job. There's a contested bit of play there, and the whistle will go.
Whistle will go far seaside, right on the wing.
And it's these ball-ups that have been Kadina's strength all day.
You're right. Franz he's dominated the ruck day. Yeah, absolutely dominated. We've probably seen why he's the best and fairest, the male medalist this year in France, with the way he's gone about it.
He's
big, strong man.
Yeah, body work's exceptional. Doesn't leave the ground. You don't have to.
Oh, there it is. That's the game, and it goes Kadina's way. The final score 11-6 to 7-4 Paskeville. And the players are jovial, they're jumping around everywhere, they all run to each other. Of course, it's been 4 grand finals for Kadina, and they finally got the silverware. Coach Flowers arm in arm with his assistant coach Grunter there, and they're walking into the middle of the ground. Oh, very happy. I mean, I've been involved in the last 3 losing grand finals, and it's fantastic to finally win one.
Yeah. Full credit to Kadina. Well, to me, they certainly did their homework from a fortnight ago and nullified all of Paskeville's strengths from a fortnight ago, and actually built some strength of their own with their contested work and their ball ups. And best player, best on ground, Jock. Who do you reckon?
Oh, geez, mate, it's a tough game. It's a tough decision. I think it would have to swing the way in Kadina's favour, and I'd got it down to 2 players, and to me, perhaps 3 players, and I won't put them in any order, but I'd say Tom Rosewarne in the back lines was just superb on whoever he took on there.
Had a great game.
Right from that first quarter, he set that game up, in my opinion. The next for me was Jesse Kerno. I thought solid, number 4. He really was in everything, and he's come a long way as a player. And of course, you couldn't go past the big ruckman.
No.
And in Franz, I mean, he controls the game. He sets it up all day. So Franz, they're my 3 best.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if it doesn't come from one of those 3. I probably, as well as Tommy Rosewarne played, I probably got to lean towards Big Franzy for. That's where it starts in the middle. I reckon he set it up.
Yes, he certainly he does set it up, and he's a great lump of a man. He's got a huge presence out there, and just as we see the CMS Crows run out onto the ground. Just while the Kadina
getting ready for the big game,
celebrating.
Always a bit of a lag time in this with the celebrations from the previous game, the presentations, and the A-grade players as Kadina come out now that want to get out on the ground as soon as possible. Yeah, so courage, mateship equals success. That was the words for the Crows. Bloodhound month, red and black. Watch out, Crows, get off the track. There you go.
Well, there's a pretty simple message, C-Dub, but they want them off the track.
On your bike, son.
On your bike, son. So this is going to be a cracker of a game too, isn't it?
This one will be. Yeah, as the B-graders are still trying to extricate themselves from their group of supporters as the Paskey boys trudge off.
And so both players now out onto both teams, A-grade teams out on the ground. Will stay with us for a little while we get these players together.
the middle, and all the guys will be ready. Number 22. Andrew Carter. All right, Number 6, Jack Wilson. Number 15, Walker Wilson. Number 1, Bill Costello. Number 4, Jesse Earle. Number 16, Earle. Number 3, Rosewarne. Number 10, Earle. Number 5, Costello. Number 8, Wuttke. Number 17, Neumann. Number 21, Neumann. Number 24, Poole. Number 19, Rosewarne. Number 11, captain, Roenfeldt. Number 7, Toole. Number 44, Toole. Number 43, Williams. Number 18, Wuttke. Number 14, Toole. Team manager, Roenfeldt. Team runner, Ardrossan. Captain, Roenfeldt, number 20. We have a Poole. And Rosewarne, yeah, that's a really good start all year. Give us a touch up at the time, probably pick up the afternoon. Yeah, just got stuck in the woods. We're going to have to harder, tackle harder, and we did that. Just a bit of joy in all the young guys' faces over there. 3 years in a row we've come second. That's what I was saying. Yeah, it's great that we won it. Boys didn't have a good night tonight. Wuttke. Firstly, we're going to want to let you guys go on. We've been quite the last couple of years, and as you said, there was some 3 years on that side. And a couple of weeks ago, we stuck up, so we went to it today, and we're going on here. Over here, I couldn't ask them anymore. I asked them after a year, and